I had the opportunity of meeting Spice1 at an Andre Nicotina concert after I got to meet Andre Nicotina, and I got to talk to him about my goals of starting a clothing brand and hopefully one day getting them on there. So Spice1 performed right after Andre Nicotina. He went up there, man, he did his thing. Everyone was up, everyone was loving him, man. It's Spice1. So after the concert finished, Spice and his team, they were standing out by the exit, and I got the chance to talk to him and his manager about the clothing line and getting them on there, and we exchanged numbers and we got to work. So soon after I had the chance of meeting them, Spice1's manager hit me up, saying he needed 80 shirts for an event Spice1's gonna be performing at. First thing that came to my mind is, man, what a huge opportunity that is. So that week was a lot of work I had to do. Making the designs for the t-shirts, ordering the best blank t-shirts I can for the budget I had, ordering the transfers to get there on time, and finding and creating whatever attractions I can for the booth. So after I finished with the designs that were going on the t-shirts, now it was time to start. I had to order the blanks and order the transfer. But then things started taking a turn for the worst. I thought this whole event was gonna be a disaster and I wasn't gonna get another opportunity again. The transfers weren't ready for pickup until the day before the event, and only half of them were ready. I picked up those that were ready for pickup. I started pressing them on. The t-shirts were looking good. The presses were looking good. The transfers were looking good. It was all looking good. But then again, things went downhill. My heat press broke. Man, I didn't know how or why, what was going on with my heat press. So I just started researching everything. I got on Google and I just started searching up everything that could be wrong with it. And after like an hour of just stressing out and Googling, I finally found out what was wrong. My wire ripped. So I had to drive across town to go get a new heat press. This one was smaller, but it did work. So I went right back at it with the heat press that I went and grabbed. And man, I had no idea how long and tiring it is pressing 80 t-shirts with the 10x10 heat press. So I got no sleep. I was up all night finishing these t-shirts. But as soon as I finished, I packed up my car with everything I needed for the event. Me and my girlfriend went from Fresno to Vegas, and we were all, man, it was a long drive. It was both of our first time out of California. It was my first time ever seeing the desert. Man, after hours of driving through desert, we finally started seeing the huge buildings, the huge casinos, all the lights, everything that people describe Vegas as. We finally started seeing it, and man, as much as I wanted to stay and watch all the attractions and go to I wanted to go everywhere in Vegas, but we had a plan to stick to, and we got to the Las Vegas Convention Center and we started setting up the booth. And this is my first time ever being a vendor. I've never vendored anywhere. I just had a little dolly, a portable dolly. So we took trips back to the car, inside the convention center, of just unloading everything we needed at the booth. So when we finally finished unpacking, we got in there, we started setting up the booth, hanging up shirts, setting up the signs, and getting ready for all the customers that were gonna come. And man, I was ready to take on hella customers. I was ready for the booth to just be packed all around us. But we only had 2 sales the whole event. But we didn't let that stop us from enjoying the moment. We were still at a car show event. Man, we were right by the booth. There was so much talent performing up there. And Spice made it to the event. Right before, he was just about to go up there and perform. It was almost his turn. He stopped at the booth to see how it came out, see how the designs were looking. He had to come check out his booth. I didn't have the heart to tell him that I only made 2 sales. I was pretty scared. Man, and again, Spice, he went up there, he did his thing, just like at the Andre concert, he goes up there and he does his thing. He's Spice1. But I seen an opportunity to take this clothing line to the next level. So I told his manager, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna throw shirts off the stage. And he said, that's a good idea, you should go do that. But then when he said yeah, the reality of me going up there on stage, it started to sit in, and I got a little nervous, but I was mostly excited before going up there. And I couldn't let fear ruin that opportunity. I could only make in that moment. But I went up there on stage and I did good. And you know, it was a great experience. It was my first time out of California. It was my first time making 80 shirts. It was my first time being a vendor. And it was my first time working with a big name artist, man, Spice1. Spice1, I want to thank you for the opportunity. And Daryl, his manager, I want to thank you for the opportunity. And I want to thank you guys for watching this. And you guys keep up with my videos, and you guys can experience this with me through these videos.